Hello, Feisty friends. I'm Ashley from Live Feisty Media, and you are watching IronWomen Live, powered by Wahoo! Are you a Wahooligan?
I am a Wahooligan, yeah, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah, do you go Wahoo?
Maybe, yeah, when I end my session and it's a good one, I think I'm going to start doing that. I can catch on.
Okay, we will do it at the end of this interview. How about those bicep curls?
Yeah, we're working on those bicep curls.
Yeah, do you do this at home?
All the time. Keep us swimming biceps.
Awesome. Thank you for indulging me with the all ever-changing pineapple challenge. Lucy Charles-Barclay, you added a new name this year. How was your wedding?
Yeah, the wedding was amazing. It was kind of really fairy tale wedding, Christmas, fairy lights everywhere. It was just, yeah, it was really, really nice. And now I've made my name longer just to confuse everyone and to make my wrist ache more when I sign autographs. So yeah, super fun.
Yeah, do you ever just go by like CB?
Yeah.
LCB?
LCB, yeah.
Yeah, it's better than like THC or like CBD or... You guys, we are going to roll our intro. We're going to be back with less words like that and more words like Iron Man and swimming. And we're back. Okay, Lucy, what a year it's been for you. Awesome Kona last year here. A little bit of changes. Like, how did the race play out for you last year?
Yeah, last year was pretty crazy. I mean, I had a very big lead out the swim. I was on my own, so I didn't really expect that. And obviously I'm used to leading out races, but I didn't expect to have that kind of gap. So I kind of at first thought it was like false information. I was like, no, someone's got that wrong. Just keep your head in the game, do your game plan and just stick to your watts and see what happens. And then eventually it kind of panned out exactly the same as 2017, which was a little bit like deja vu, I guess. A slightly better run, but yeah, overall I was happy. I don't think I could have done any more on the day. So to come away with second again, I couldn't really complain and was definitely happy with that.
Yeah, so good. How do you think it's going to play out this year?
I think this year is going to be completely different. I think we've got such strong field this year. Like every year I've come here and the field has got stronger and stronger, but this year I think we've got a lot of stronger bikers in the field, which is going to change it up a bit. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I think I might get caught earlier on the bike. It may actually play into my favour because I could ride with strong riders and maybe have fresher legs on the run. So my run is improving year on year, so I think that my run will be a factor, but also again we've got much more stronger runners in the field, so yeah, I think it's going to be a really exciting race.
Yeah, I'm definitely excited to watch you. What has happened between Kona last year and Kona this year? Obviously, we talked about your wedding, you got married. You now have your own photographer that follows you around everywhere. What?
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. I mean, we've kind of always had Team Charles-Barclay, which has grown quite a bit this year. We've taken on a full-time assistant, I guess. So he works for us, he helps us every single day. I have James Mitchell doing pretty much all of my media, and my sisters come on board as well to do a lot of my media too. So yeah, we're building kind of quite a little network there, which is really cool, and it's definitely making my life easier as a pro because I can think less about everything else and more about just swim, bike, run. So yeah, that's pretty nice.
Yeah. I mean, thinking back to your first Kona year, not your first Kona pro year, I'm sure that's shifted quite a bit.
Yeah, I mean, I came into the first year here pro and felt like such a novice, like a real rookie, and I feel like I still feel like a novice in a way. I don't feel like I've been in the sport like super long, and I feel like I'm learning all the time, but definitely since 2 years ago I feel a bit more like I know what I'm doing, I guess. But yeah, it's been a pretty steep learning curve, and the key thing is I'm still having fun with it and enjoying what I'm doing.
That sounds key.
Yeah, definitely. It's all about fun.
Well, that's good to know. There's a lot of rookies in the field, like Kona rookies, I want to say, this year in Kona. What advice would you have for them? Or do you want to give them advice?
I think, I mean, the key thing with this race is, yeah, it's the World Championships, but if it's your first time, you've got to enjoy it because you only get to do that first time once. And for me, that's still my favourite time ever racing here, was that first time as a pro. So yeah, enjoy it, and I think that way you'll do better. And the key thing is just keeping on top of the nutrition and keeping cool, because this is hotter than any other race on the circuit. So yeah, if you're keeping on top of that and you're having a good time, then you're doing it right.
That sounds like pretty good advice. We're just going to thank our sponsors real quick, because this broadcast could not be possible without, ready? 1, 2, 3. Wahoo! Hey, Taylor, who is your favorite pro?
I love Heather Jackson. What about you?
Ooh, I am a big Sarah True fan. I feel like she's got that like mind, body, road connection.
That's awesome, because it's just like Wahoo and their like element, ticker, kicker connection. I feel like it's totally the same thing.
Oh, we're all connected. We're connected to you guys. Zoom, zoom. Wahoo! All right, so you're from the UK, obviously. You live in London.
Yeah.
Got that right. You have set up like the ultimate pain cave. Tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, so the Pain Cave originally started out, Reese's dad was a pro boxer, so he built he built the gym at the back of their house, Reese's parents, to do all of his training. So that's why there's a boxing ring in there. People have seen it. It's not because me and Reese like to settle our arguments by fighting in there. Reese's dad used to use it. So we actually, about 5-6 years ago, we were personal training in there as well. So we had our own PT business from there. Which then kind of escalated into us training for our first Ironman in there and making it kind of like your perfect triathlon pain cave. We have pretty much everything in there, like full Wahoo setup, Zwift screens, endless pool, treadmills, it's like gym equipment, strength equipment. So yeah, it's grown and grown and grown. And at first Reese's dad was like, what the hell are you doing to my kind of like spit and sawdust boxing gym? But he did his first 70.3 this year. Whoa. So he has definitely taken on like the triathlon bug, and he's got the perfect place to train as well. And then this year we got the super upgrade from Moonlight Design, who are one of my sponsors, who just did all the lighting in there. So we can actually change the light to any colour we want. So when I was doing my heat prep, Reese thought it was a fun idea to put the red lights on when we had it hot in there, which made it so much worse. And then like 5 hours into a ride, he'd like turn it back to like white or blue, and I actually was like, oh my god, it feels cooler just because we put a blue or white light on. So that was quite nice. But I think the latest edition will be a disco ball for the off season. I think we need that.
A disco ball for the off season, amazing. I was just thinking like that song like Roxanne.
Yes.
No, turn on the red light. What's your go-to song, or is that it? For the red light one?
I mean, yeah, that's got it. I haven't even thought of that, but that's gonna be added now. Definitely.
I just got music played in my head all the time, and I was thinking when you were talking about boxing, I was like, are you a Rocky fan?
Yeah, definitely a Rocky fan. I mean, normally I kind of just put any playlist on from the radio or from YouTube, but I think we need to spice it up a bit now and make it fit the theme.
Yeah, we need the boxing Rocky like,
yeah, we definitely need.
Like, I just picture you in the winter, like, going full Rocky style.
Yeah,
like a
tracksuit
montage.
on and
Like a montage.
Yeah, yes.
Can that please be your
coming
next
soon.
thing?
I'll get my sister on it.
There you go. Media ideas right here.
Amazing. Okay, cool. The other thing I want to ask you about is you just did 70.3 Worlds, and that was a spectacular race to watch. Mainly for, like, we love watching the women's race, and that was, like, so well done because you got a full day to do the women's race. Full coverage of just women all day. It's great.
It couldn't be better, really, yeah.
Did you watch the race too?
I haven't watched my race back. I did watch the men's race the day after from my turbo trainer, even though I was in Nice. So, yeah, that was fun. A bit of motivation, definitely.
Yeah. And okay, so let's talk about that race, because you had some interesting things happen.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely wasn't my day, or it definitely wasn't the day I kind of planned for, but you know what, I'm still really young in my career, so I feel like I learned a lot of lessons from that race. I learned that I can deal with things going wrong and kind of still fight into the end, which was something I was quite proud of, because I definitely could have easily thrown the towel in when I got a penalty. But you know what, I was like, I didn't come here to DNF, I came here to race. So I'd kind of rested for the race. I wanted to have that full training stimulus day from a hard 70.3. So I kind of thought, you know what, once this penalty's done, we can kind of I actually was smiling the whole way down the descent and just thinking, you know what, I can have fun with it now. And when I got back into T2, I think I was about in 7th position. So I'd expected to be way further back after a 5-minute penalty. So I was like, you know what, I'm still in a pretty good position here. And most people dream of coming to World Champs and getting a top 10 finish. So I was like, you know what, in respect to everyone else, let's finish this off and put down a good run, which, yeah, I was pretty happy with my run. And you know what, to finish 5th, I've got to be happy with that after kind of sitting in a penalty tent for 5 minutes. So yeah, at the end of the day, it wasn't too bad. I had a great training day, race stimulus, and yeah, lots of lessons learned as well.
Totally. What was going through your mind as you're like sitting there?
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty frustrating, especially when I got in there and I was like, blue card, number 2, and nothing was happening, no one was doing anything, and the guy wasn't ready, and I was like, I definitely am already on my time. And he was like, no, we haven't started yet. And so that was frustrating, but I was like, you know what, use the time, refuel, we're at the top of the climb now, all you've got to do is go down next. So yeah, I just made use of the time to rehydrate, refuel, and get my head back in the game.
Yeah. So one of the biggest things for us spectators is watching when like people pass people. Like that's quite exciting for us. And so when Amelia Watkinson passed like you 5 girls going up the climb, like that was so exciting. It was like, what is she doing? And like watching everybody's faces was like, huh, like I wonder what's going through your minds. What was going through yours?
I just think an animal, like Jesus Christ. I mean, solid effort. I mean, that was pretty cool to see. And like, I'm someone who actually loves to climb, so to be passed like that, I was like, freaking hell, like this is super impressive. So yeah, I mean, hats off to her. I think that tactic played well, and most people that maybe weren't so confident on their descent knew that they had to push that climb, and that's the right tactic, I think. So yeah, all of our faces were pretty shocked, I think, just like, what's happening?
So cool, so exciting. Hopefully we don't see those faces like from you coming back from
yeah, everyone else's faces can be like that, but just not mine.
You got full control happening. Do we have any fan questions?
Fan question.
I want to know I like that you appreciate that you're young. And yesterday we interviewed Rinny, and she is like over 10 years older than you, still like an amazing racer. Is that like where you see the progression, or where do you see your next 10 years happening?
Yeah, I think as long as I'm enjoying the sport, I'll be here for a long time. And yeah, as you said, I'm definitely one of the youngest pros here. So I don't really feel like I'm super young compared to them. I kind of just feel like, you know what, I've been doing sport my whole life. I started swimming when I was about 8 years old. So I'm definitely experienced in sport, but still quite new to Ironman. So I feel like I can always learn from the girls that have been racing a lot longer, and I definitely get inspired by them too and from their previous results. So yeah, it's really cool, and I like that we have quite a diverse age range in the sport, and hopefully I can inspire younger people to give Ironman a try as well.
Totally. Is there anybody like everybody talks about like Lucy versus Danielle, but I think there's obviously like 50 other women that, you know, we can compare you to. So like, is there anybody else in the field that you kind of like are like, oh wow, this or that?
Yeah, I think there's so many athletes out there that have got their individual strengths, and obviously Annie Haug last year was 3rd, so she's super strong, and you can see her improving across the board. I mean, obviously she's a phenomenal runner, but her swim bike is improving as well. Then you've got the rookie here, Laura Phillip, who put down a solid race in Barcelona, so I'm sure she's going to play a factor in this race. And then, like I said, we've got strong bikers like Kim Morrison and Daniela Blamel in the field as well, so they're going to change things up a bit. And yeah, I just think it's going to be a really cool race. There's not going to be a section where there's not a phenomenal athlete, so yeah, I think it's going to be a great race to watch.
I mean, well, yeah, we're definitely exciting.
We're excited.
We are excited.
We're also excited.
We have a fan question.
So have your tactics changed since last year or the year before?
The question is, has your race strategy or your tactic changed for the race?
I don't think so in a way. I mean, I have obviously my strong swim, so I feel like I'd be silly to waste that. I might as well go for it and have a strong swim. And the bike this year, I think I'm going to play it more by what's going on, but I like to race at the front, so my tactic probably won't change too much because that's where I like to be. But I think this year I'm so much more confident in my run that actually if I get caught on the bike, it's not going to ruin my race, whereas normally I think, oh no, I need to be out front because my run isn't where it needs to be. But yeah, this year I think, you know what, I could rely a bit more on my run, and I hope to put down a great run that hopefully I haven't done before.
Yeah, how fast do you think you can run now?
Oh, I don't know. I've done 2 sub 3 hour marathons this year, so I think if I could be within that range here, because it's so hot here, to do sub 3 hours is pretty tough on Kona. But yeah, I think we're still yet to see my best run. I don't know if it's going to happen here because of the conditions, but yeah, I'd be happy with a sub 3 hour here.
Game on. Game on. Thank you so much, Lucy, for taking the time to interview with us. We know that you have so many friends. You have so many friends.
Yes.
I do. And fans. And we're exciting. And we also want to thank our sponsors. Wahoo! Thank you so much for powering this interview, as well as Noon Hydration and Athletica Rewards. And you guys at home, you can now have a watch party and watch this interview with all of your friends all over again. That would be so fun. And then Lucy can watch the interview again with all of her friends too and fans. Thank you so much for taking the time to be here with us. Congratulations on the pineapple challenge. You held that pineapple the entire interview, so your biceps are
Kind of
probably
like a child as well.
biceps are probably like stinging now. Thanks, friends. We'll see you soon.